Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to take an in-depth look at your forecast. Welcome to 12 News Plus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn, looking at mostly sunny skies out there in Beaumont. This view courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing, and don't see any buildup of shower and thunderstorm activity. On the roofing at 911 Skycam network over in Gator Country, things look pretty slow this afternoon and evening. So as far as your weather headlines, it looks hot. Repeat performance coming up tomorrow, anywhere between about 96 to maybe 98 tomorrow across Southeast Texas. A slight chance of showers and storms may try to sneak in from the north and east out of Louisiana, and then we expect better chances coming up as we work on into Friday and on into the weekend. This will result in lower high temperatures across Southeast Texas. So today mid to upper 90s, and tomorrow mid to upper 90s, but we'll start sliding down as far as those temperatures. As far as your allergy report, weed and mold pollen back up to moderate levels compared to yesterday. And taking a look at afternoon high temperatures, I think we could get to maybe about 96, 97 in Beaumont coming up tomorrow afternoon. Maybe a little too warm coming up on Saturday, 92, 93. But you can see the overall picture is instead of the mid to upper 90s, we're going to replace those with the lower 90s as we work on into the weekend. And that's because our rain chances are going to be going up, particularly Friday through Monday. Now, again, models are not putting out that much rainfall, but it looks like a 40 to 50% coverage. We may have storms trying to come in from the northwest coming up Saturday and then maybe Sunday night into Monday, and I'll show you that in just a second before rain chances go down. But again, as those rain chances go up, that is showing us that the high is moving out and weakening, so those afternoon high temperatures are also going to come on down. So I'm going to go about 96, 97 for late afternoon showers and storms here in the triangle with light south, northwest and southwest winds. And you can see modeling shows 10 to 20% coverage coming up. I think it's going to be more towards the late afternoon hours. So what I showed you just a second ago was my forecast, and this is the modeling that shows it right in the middle of the day. We'll see about that. We'll go about 98 up in the lakes area. Again, maybe as much as a 30% coverage, kind of iffy there. As you can see, but I like late afternoon showers and storms probably after 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon up towards the lakes area, trying to sneak in because of the flow around high pressure that's going to be building up into northwest Texas. That northeasterly flow will try to bring in showers and storms. It'll take most of the afternoon for them to come in across the Sabine. So we'll go with the 20, maybe 30% coverage. And again, I like it towards after 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon and evening rather than right in the middle of the day. That makes no sense to me. Otherwise, looking at the movement of moisture across our area, because that'll dictate clouds and also the chances of rainfall. But I've been showing this all evening, so we've got very little moisture over our area right now, as you can see, but it'll start climbing tomorrow, and then I expect the best chances or the most moisture to be over our area as we work on into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's when we'll see our best chances of rain and thunderstorm activity. The moisture is going to be coming in, the surge of moisture is coming in from the Gulf and from the east. Then, as we work in towards the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, more moisture is coming in from the north because of the flow around high pressure, which is going to be off towards our west. And then it starts, the atmosphere starts drying as we work on into Monday and Tuesday. So rain chances will start going on down. So right now, if I saw any shower and thunderstorm activity, it would be up over towards Tyler County. Don't see any returns there. And maybe into central sections of Hardin County. And the sea breeze is just non-existent this afternoon because of those northerly winds that we've seen. This is a sea breeze right here. It's made it into Port Arthur and off towards the south and west. So what's happening is you're seeing south winds off the Gulf, and we're got in at least in the triangle north of that in Beaumont, Vidor, and off towards Mid-County, the winds are out of the north. So this is causing a little bit of lift right along that sea breeze returning of those southerly winds. That's a sea breeze front that usually brings us shower and thunderstorm activity, and that's why our area is so green compared to the rest of the state of Texas, because we get some of the highest rainfall, and that is just not happening today because of the sinking or subsidence of the high pressure. You can see it right there. High pressure flow around it in North Texas is creating subsidence. Now, on this backside of this high, look at the shower and thunderstorm activity. That's going to be trying to work in from the north and east as we work on into tomorrow afternoon and evening. So we always want to look off towards our east. So we've got scattered showers and storms, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, back over to Louisiana. Plus we've got this inverted trough. See how the winds go like this? This is what we call an inverted trough. And that is going to be moving into our area late tomorrow and also into Thursday morning. And that's going to be dragging moisture into our area. So with more moisture to work with, we ought to see with daytime heating, the lack of capping, instability because of that daytime heating, we ought to see scattered showers and thunderstorms. If not tomorrow, then probably as we head towards Thursday and Friday. So as we take a look at high-res modeling and put this into motion, looks like a dry evening, but you saw some of those showers over towards Beauregard and Allen Parish is trying to work in from the north and east. That's going to be the case coming up tomorrow. I think the clouds are overdone. We're going to go partly cloudy, and I think these temperatures are too warm. We'll go mid-70s, about 75 up in the lakes, and into the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s in the triangle. Then tomorrow, after a very warm start, we ought to see partly sunny skies. Again, partly sunny is halfway between partly cloudy and mostly cloudy, okay? So that, let's see if this works out. I think the 100's a little too warm. We'll go 98 up in the lakes and in about the mid-90s here in the triangle. But again, the flow will try to drag these showers and thunderstorms in from the north and east. So maybe the eastern sections of our viewing area would likely see the best chance of shower and thunderstorm activity. And we're only talking at 20, maybe 30% coverage north of the triangle coming up tomorrow afternoon. That may be a little too much. It may only be a 10 to 20% coverage. But again, not a big chance. But anytime you get temperatures 97, 98, like tomorrow, like we're forecasting, they could have a lot of lightning with them, so be aware of that. Otherwise, the flow around high pressure, you can see the high and the moisture off towards our east, and that's going to be dragged in because of that clockwise flow around high pressure. And so that is going to be that moisture. This is moisture. This is not rain. See all this? That's moisture, and that's going to be directed into our area from the north and also from the east as we head on into the next couple of days. Plus, there's that trough I was just talking about. It's over the eastern Gulf. That's going to be helping to bring this in from the east. Look at all the greens and the yellows up the scale there. So moisture will be moving in. We will destabilize the atmosphere with daytime heating. There's no capping, so we ought to get scattered showers and thunderstorms, if not tomorrow late, then as we head towards Thursday and Friday, because we've got plenty to work with. Plus, as we work on into the weekend, the flow around high pressure will turn those winds aloft out of the north. So disturbances like this will interact with the moisture that's over our area to create scattered showers and thunderstorms because of that flow directing everything in from the north. Again, the northerly flow dragging in another disturbance as we head towards, say, Monday. So looking at a better chance of rain and thunderstorms as we work on into, say, Saturday, maybe Sunday. But again, high pressure should begin to rebuild as we head towards, say, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. This is a great pattern, outstanding pattern for protection as we head on into August and September. It would be nice to keep this pattern, but we all know these patterns change, but this would be ideal if there's anything trying to approach from the south and east. Right now there's nothing. There may be something as we head towards the 10th, and we'll get to that right now. First off, nothing is expected over the next 7 days, at least in the tropical basin, tropical Atlantic basin. Now, some modeling, and again, some of the ensembles way out there in the eastern Atlantic, just almost halfway between the Lesser Antilles, Leeward Islands right there, and the west coast of Africa. We're watching this disturbance. Some of the ensembles want to take that and bring it. This is going to take a long time. We're talking over a week away. Okay, so this is closer to the 10th of August. It may be something like this, just off the Bahamas, somewhere like that. Now, at that time, we should have high pressure over towards the Four Corners, which again would be outstanding for us, and then kind of a weak trough off towards the north and east. Right now, what I'm seeing would then try to redirect us if something develops off towards the north or maybe the eastern Gulf, something like that. I think we're okay here in the western Gulf and over towards Texas with that particular system, the way things are looking right now. Lots of time to watch this, but that's on the back burner, something to watch. Otherwise, on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at slightly choppy seas around 1 to 2 feet. In your coastal marine forecast, we'll see west winds at 5 to 10 knots, water temperature 92, high tides 7:54 a.m. and 9:43 p.m. Sunrise is at 6:32 a.m. Sunset is at 8:10. And we got a question. Let's see. Will the warm water in the Gulf bring Atlantic? Let's see. What does it say? Will the warm water? We have a question. You can text us and we'll try to answer that. Will the warm water in the Gulf bring bad hurricane? The thing about warm water or above normal water temperatures, that's only one variable, okay? There are many variables into forecasting. So you've got warm water, okay. It doesn't matter if you've got shear or dry air in the atmosphere. It would negate that. So that's just one of the factors that could help to produce or strengthen hurricanes. But if you've got dry air, a lot of Saharan dust over the Atlantic right now, that's kind of hampering things. Or shear, wind shear, that would negate that warm water temperature. So again, there's many factors into forecasting hurricanes, but warm water or above normal water temperatures certainly can help to produce stronger hurricanes, strengthen them quicker, and just something to be aware as a forecaster. Otherwise, we're okay for the next several days, no doubt about that. Tonight's forecast, we'll go partly cloudy, mid-70s lakes, and probably the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s of the triangles. The winds go calm. Tomorrow, looking at a 10 to 20, maybe as much as a 30% coverage of late afternoon showers and storms. If they come in from the east, in temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, again, they're going to have lots of lightning and maybe some wind, but I don't see that right now. Small chance at this point. Heat indices will certainly be in the triple digits, and the UV index will be very high at 9.6, although we will see more of a partly sunny sky coming up tomorrow. So a lot less blue and a little better chance of rain and thunderstorms probably after 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Still going to be a hot afternoon. And again, if you work outside for a living, be smart, keep hydrated, and take those breaks. Otherwise, nothing we haven't seen before. We'll go with about 97, 98 up in the lakes, and in the mid-90s here in the triangle with southwesterly winds light developing. So a 10 to 20%, maybe a 30% coverage Wednesday. Thursday, a 30% coverage, and 40 to 50% coverage coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. Again, this 20 to 30 and 40% coverage through the end of the week is mainly going to be coming off the Gulf from the east. Then as we work in towards the weekend, disturbances will be coming down from the north.